Welcome to the Awake News Network. It is Wednesday the 19th of August 2020 and we've got a very important bulletin tonight. Scomo has announced forced vaccination against COVID-19. Yes, the scumbag globalist Scott Morrison, or Scomo, has sold his soul and country Australia out to give billions to foreign big pharma and force an unproven, untested vaccine on the population within 5 months. He has said, and I quote, "It will be as mandatory as we can possibly make it." He's also said there are always exemptions for any vaccine on medical grounds, but that should be the only basis. So not your freedom, not the fact that it's illogical, not the fact that there's never been a coronavirus vaccine in the whole history of the world, and he's going to tell you, based on AstraZeneca's trials that are backed by $750 million from that asshole Bill Gates, he's going to turn around and say to us, oh, this is fine. They've done one trial. The exact same people who make so much money out of this vaccine are the ones we can trust. There's no double-blind studies. There's no longitudinal study. It's just wham, it's on the market. Billions of Australia taxpayer dollars going into these globalists' pockets to take away our freedoms, and you can bet there's more on the way if we don't stand up right now and fight back. I've had enough, I've had enough. I'm sick of, look at these scumbags. You think they give a shit about us? He has come out as well today and said, and Scott Morrison, we're talking about a pandemic that has destroyed, the global economy and taken the lives of hundreds of thousands all around the world and over 450 Australians here. How many Australians are dying of suicide? How many Australians are drinking themselves to death because they've lost their jobs because of the poor job that you've done following these globalist, pathetic imbeciles? Seriously, we could have taken two paths on this whole thing, and he's taken the wrong one. He's continuing to take it. He takes advice from Bill Gates. We can see that clearly the day after he's made, the day before he's made key announcements regarding the World Health Organization. He's spoken directly to Gates, admittedly. It's all on record. It's all there. He's saying, oh, we're not putting everything in the AstraZeneca basket, but it is one of the more advanced and most likely, based on the expert advice we have. There's never been a successful corona vaccine in history. And he said as well, there's no guarantee it will be successful. How about you tell people there's no guarantee it will be safe? How about you tell people that the trials are showing that 3 to 6 months of immunity is about as best as you get, whether you contract the virus in the normal way of somebody coughing you or touching on a self-serve checkout in your Bunnings, It's just, this is crazy. This is absolute insanity. We need to stand up against this right now. If anyone out there's got any ideas, put it out there. Seriously, we cannot let it go. I want everyone to sound the alarm. Tell everyone you know that there are 2 different labs in the US that were manufacturing and designing gain-of-function viruses that were coronaviruses from bat studies. Tell everyone you know that the same thing was happening in China and that there was US money being poured into that facility in Wuhan. Maybe you don't believe it. Maybe we want to believe it was a bat in a wet market, or, it could have been something else, a pangolin, Does any of that really matter though now? They never fail to make good on a crisis. We've seen, martial law kicking in here across the US. We're seeing it here in Australia. We're seeing the police acting like bullies. We're seeing the media act like bullies, bullying our rugby players to get flu vaccines. People who literally run against each other for 80 minutes, causing themselves concussions, and now they're so worried about them getting their flu vaccine. Seriously. We've never seen anything like this in the history of the modern world, where there is something that is so innocuous that affects so little of the population, that these globalists have been able to use to their advantage, and they will use it to microchip us. They will use it to force vaccinate us. They'll use it to keep us in our homes. They'll push us off our land, push us into safe cities, monitor us all the time, unless we start to stand up now. And I mean really stand up. Not just post it on social media. That's great too. Mention it whenever you can, you know. Get the word out there. Don't be shy. But we actually need to take this to the streets. I know they've taken away our right to peacefully protest anyway, but, you know, something's got to happen here. So we're going to keep sounding the alarm. We're going to keep putting out the information through our various channels. And yeah, please support us when you can as well. You can follow us across all social media now. We've got channels across, and we will continue to post, I guess, our sort of platforms as well. And you can also help us as well too via our website. You can donate via GoFundMe or via cryptocurrency with various digital currencies as well, which is very helpful. So yeah, look, get the message out there. Tell everyone you know. Tell them it's not fair. Even people, like, I'm not necessarily an anti-vaxxer. I think many vaccines work and they are safe and effective. However, they shouldn't be forced onto people when there are no trials. No reasonable trials, no reasonable amount of time based on, you know, what people who are so obviously just, oh my goodness, just, they're so controlled. Everything they do is just about pleasing their masters. Bill Gates, Dr. Fauci. Wake up, Australia. Start now.